But they come here with a bit of winning form. And our Super Saturday is underway. Cowboys and Titans. All Queensland showdown and Whanaweka with the first run of the match. Cowboys, as Corey mentioned, started the season so well. 18-0. They raced to against Canberra. You thought, well, they've just picked up where they left off from last year. I don't know whether they've played as well again since the first 20 of the season. Here's Confidence Titans with an early shift. Kelly wrapped up there, but good spread of the ball early, and now Fafita on the carry. There are some real tackle busters across the two forward packs if they're on their game. Big Tino's one of them. And a running there headlong into Griffin Neame, who finds himself in the Cowboys starting side for the first time. So a big day with the number 10 on his back. 30th NRL game. Chester, great catch. Under pressure from Foran. That's a mighty effort from a young man and only his third NRL game.
It was a really solid start, wasn't it, from the Titans? We're seeing the replay box, Chester and Foran coming head to head. So often we see the Titans with a nice early spread. They like to get away from that middle third and try and accommodate down in those edges, and they were able to do so as McLean up over halfway.
Now Robson, one of the best dummy half runners. The Titans need to know that. And Foran makes the tackle. Townsend to Dearden to bomb from 35 metres out. So first test for the back three of the Titans, and a good catch. Philip Sami with that. They have young Lofi Khan Pereira on the other wing. And now Shop on the run back. Off-season recruits have done well for the Titans in the opening 3 rounds. Joe Stimson up in the pack. Chris Randall now starting hooker as a penalty goes the way of the Gold Coast. Referee Chris Butler, the man in the middle today.
It was just the leg speed of Lofi Khan Pereira. He's so quick across the park. Just able to put a bit of late footwork on McLean and poke his nose through. Earns his team a well-earned quick play the ball. Off the back of that, they get a penalty. Just hanging on a little too long there, McLean.
And if this game is tight, there's a good little battle between the goal kickers. Holmes is on a 9-goal streak. Tanner Boyd, 10 in a row, has kicked 4 from 4 from the sideline this year, which is impressive. So if the game's tight, it could boil down to the two kickers, Boyd and Holmes, as Silamala Aui with the ball. And this is the first real attacking chance of the match. So Liu and Foran, great build-up. Fafita will have a crack. Oh, the pass I thought was forward. Came Pereira. Khan Pereira for the corner does the finishing, and they lock it in and nothing can be checked. The Titans have the first 4-pointer, and there are some signs of some great confidence from Justin Holbrook's team.
Yeah, superb little play down this left-hand side. Very similar to their try last week. They go out to the left-hand side, such a devastating ball runner in Fafita. This time he passes early to Khan Pereira. We talked about the speed that he possesses. Beautiful setup play. Very similar to last week, Dave Fafita. A lot of people expecting to run the ball. He's got a great little sleight of hand, just gets Coldfeld interested. And Khan Pereira does the rest over in the corner. Did his foot go out?
They may have to just review that from the reverse angle. What a start to the first grade career if they lock it in. Try double against the might of the Melbourne Storm. Try is confirmed. And Khan Pereira bringing his form from the lower tier to first grade, to the NRL. And 4 tries in his 4th game. Lofi Khan Pereira, 20 years of age. And over to Tanner Boyd. Well, I've set it up. He's got no hope.
Set it up.
He's got no hope. But it is. He's a sneaky goal kicker. He wouldn't have Tanner Boyd up there as one of the best, but he's 3 from 3 from this left touchline, and 1 from 1 on the right. 7 from 7 against the Storm, and 10 in a row.
I'm backing
his price is blowing. Here we go for 6-0. Bring your form to Townsville, Tanner, please. Can't get any closer to the touchline, can you? So Boyd, first kick. Yes, he picks up the tee. He's 300 metres down the centre of the fairway. 5 from 5 from the sideline. That's outstanding. Brent Tate on the sideline. Good evening to you.
Oh, good evening, gentlemen. Yeah, what a beautiful afternoon here in North Queensland. It is 30 degrees with a slight breeze, but perfect conditions that will be conducive of throwing the football around this afternoon. As we saw the Titans, what a fast start they have just produced. We know the Cowboys last week really disappointed in their performance, and defensively they've had some issues all this season, and coming up against one of the most potent attacking weapons in the Gold Coast Titans. Bragging rights are on the line in this local Queensland derby. Andrew, looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it's great times for Queensland Rugby League at the moment. Gee, you'd have to be favourites for Origin, wouldn't you? Big tomato sauce on. Yeah, Queensland Rugby League, surely. New South Wales under the radar. Titans almost back to the 20. Brent Tate and Corey Parker, a couple of Queensland legends in the Fox League commentary today. Good start from the Titans captain. Yet another run. Randall and now Liu. It's amazing what winning can do at the start of a year when you compare it to some of the strugglers in the competition. Fodawaker, the Titans look really positive and there's authority about their play here. Organised, Boyd with a kick this time from halfway. So Chester into the game again. 21 years of age.
Really good set after points for the Titans. We just see another little early shift out this left-hand side. Just really good coaching to try and get the middle forwards of the Cowboys just to have to travel so far defensively before they hit back. So wonderful little sign there from the Titans, just able to move the middle of the Cowboys.
There's some signs Fafita could be in for a big afternoon. Real pressure on the Cowboys' right side defence. Townsend clean backing into the defence. The front row getting him for the Titans. Last tackle and only a 34-metre gain. I'm looking for signs of a rousing Cowboys forwards performance. 34 metres in a set. Oh, my word. That's fair from the forwards.
Robson under the rib cage of Camperera.
Now Brinson. Sami with a bit of stepping. About half a dozen and offloading. Fafita, tummy and run. Now the ground rumbles, they're calling him back.
David down to play from the play the ball. He's in an offside position, fast to get back.
Ooh, he's confused. We got a penalty out of all of this.
David's out of play.
He was out of play. If you're in front of the play the ball, you can then play no part in the entire play that follows until the next tackle.
Well, here's the shot that we see from Robson, straight up under the ribs there of Camperera. And a wonderful individual brilliance here, just a footwork that we can see of Dave Fafita. But you mentioned, Bossy, if you are in the front of the play the ball, you are out of play.
Can't be running.
They were off and running.
Yeah. It's one they watch closely. They've pinged another one. Taumalolo. So the Cowboys get a somewhat unexpected chance for a reply to the opening try of the day. Townsend did, and runners are there. Hess, low tackle. Stimson, Randall there as well. Robson, dummy, look out. Just caught over the top. Fodawaker. That is tackle number 3. Hess, Townsend, wider. Little shuffle there. Step from Nene. You know how good he can be in finding the line, and a set restart for the Cowboys. Tamalolo, Townsend drifting across. Rolling ball fielded by Taulangi. And needs to avoid a Shepherd play. So they've got a stack of tackles up the sleeve here. Robson, McLean. One-on-one, front rower on front rower. Robson, Robson. Tino had to do more. He had to roll to the side.
I know that, mate. You're in the ruck. He doesn't deliberately try to do that. It's just an unfortunate one here, mate.
So obvious penalty given there. And yet another set starts for the Cowboys. Neem on play 1. So I think for the The nerves of the crowd, I think early points would help. Dearden, dummy and stumble there. Still metres away from the line. Robson had a little look, comes right to Townsend. Chester into the line. Drinkwater and Hiku still on the suspended list for the Cowboys. Townsend, Taumalolo goes out the back, Dearden signals a kick. Brimson's got it covered. Brimson had it all the way there.
Yeah, really well defended from the Titans in what's been back-to-back sets. They had a reset. Set of 6 before Dearden puts a little repeat in. And a little bit of disconnectivity between the Cowboys. Some of their decoy runners who normally hold up defenders haven't quite timed their run, which then alleviates any sort of pressure they want to try and build as they go short here, the Titans.
Short drop out. Oh, Felt flies high. I would suggest kicking away from Felt, one of the best catches in the competition. Maybe the short drop out needs to be Taulungi's side. The Cowboys have the ball. 15 metres away. Townsend, Dearden, Chester, overlaps there, went short. Holmes just held up. That was quite the recovery by the Titans defence there. They look shot. Dearden, then Robson. Now for Neem. And hanging on is Randall down low with Fodawaker. 10 out, 4 tackles again. They've repelled the Cowboys. Taumalolo, Townsend.
Great read.
Couple of veterans there. 4 and up on Townsend. Last tackle, Robson to Dearden. Most of these players are in front of the kicker, I thought. The ball taken down. I'm not sure they got that right, the Cowboys. I don't know about these players on side. I don't know about the put down.
We're on the last tackle.
Bunker will have to say.
Have a no try. First, I want to make sure there's no knock-off from the Cowboys, and then if there is, that he then doesn't tackle the Titan in the air while he's contesting. Have a look at that, mate. Yeah.
Foreign putting in a late protest.
Referee Foreign.
Look at the players on his outside. They got that wrong, haven't they? Cowboys, they're all offside.
Kick chase on the left is onside.
He's onside? Oh, well, there you go. I'm seeing things.
Well, it's a tough angle from what we're seeing. But you're right, it looked like it come off.
Just looking to determine if the Cowboys knock on in the kick contest.
Casey Badger in the bunker today.
Well, it's a touch.
There's a touch there from Taulungi, little finger. But after my offside call, I might just leave it to you, Corey.
There's definitely a touch from the Cowboys. But defensively, really well.
Right. Just looking at the left wrist of Murray Taulungi. The ball hits his left wrist and is knocked on in the in goal. We have a decision.
I thought it was right finger. I better just stay out of everything though. I thought it was right hand touched the ball, not the left wrist, but not to worry. We've got a decision of no try. So somewhere along the line, I think justice has been served.
Yeah, really good signs for the Gold Coast Titans. And I mean, Holbrook, you talked about them wanting to come up with a defensive display, and they're certainly doing so in the early stage of this game. 14 times they've been able to repel the Cowboys inside their 20s for Feeder. He looks lively this afternoon.
They're switched on, the Titans, there's no doubt about that. Silmalawi over the 40-metre line. So Gold Coast, less of the ball, but in front 6-0. And Fodawaker, 3 in the tackle, slows it down on halfway, but they've done well after all that defence. Liu Foreign wasn't quite precise, and no opportunity there to bring Fafita into the play. Now Brimson, one of the real go-to men in this Titan side. Singled out for attention by Todd Payton in our pre-match interview on Fox. Taulungi's underneath it. So a set where they've worked their way downfield, the Titans. A team with good control.
It was a really nice kick from Tanner Boyd. He got plenty of attention from Cohen Hess. I'd expect that all night. And we see here in the replay, Cohen Hess just going through the tackle. It was all above board.
And again, they're doing it tough. 3 tackles in. No, not outside the 20. Shibasaki copped a shot. Oh, that's a let-off. The Cowboys get a penalty, and boy, did they need a little bit of help to get themselves upfield. Brent Tate on the sideline.
Yeah, Andrew, just looking at this Cowboys team, the Cowboys forwards are really slow to get back on side, as we saw the Cowboys outside backs doing most of the come out of trouble sets. I don't know whether it's a nervous start from the Cowboys or a sluggish start. They look very underdone here at the moment. And the Titans, as you mentioned, they're right up for this one.
It was very similar last week for the Cowboys. I mean, no forward ran for over 100 metres, and all the back 5 did the heavy lifting. So you're spot on, Tatey.
Now Townsend, Taumalolo, Dearden, Hess keeps it going out in front of Taulagi. Great offload, Holmes with the ball, shows speed and a little bit of a swerve. Brimson, the last line of defence. That was good to watch. Taulagi again. An international pairing on that left side for the Cowboys. Now Townsend to Chester, to chink his way into the line. Couldn't find Felt. Titans defending 5 metres away from their own line, but far more energy here from North Queensland. Taumalolo, Dearden, left to right. Oh, Holmes is hit hard. Great tackle by Sami it was, and forces the mistake.
Outstanding read on that right edge. Philip Sami come up with a big play for his team. Taulagi and Val Holmes out on that left, starting to cause some problems before Sami just gave Val Holmes left shoulder and dislodged the ball.
A lot of good rugby league in that last 60 seconds. Love the shift of the Cowboys from left to right, back to the left. And the tackle at the end was a beauty from Sami.
Stand now. So
some good signs. Contest is picking up. Liu with the ball for the Titans. Isaac, some moderate numbers last year. His first year as a Titan, not the offloading or tackle busting form Cowboys fans thought forward pass. Inside the 40 now, last tackle. Boyd, he's going to kick it Felt's way. Chester's underneath it. He's got protection. He doesn't have protection. He's copped it in the head. It ended up the knee or the arm. I'm not sure with Khan Pereira getting through.
A pinpoint kick from Tanner Boyd as Chester goes to the ground whilst catching it.
Wow. What's your target area when the man's 20 centimetres off the ground?
Yeah.
What do you aim for? Not to be high.
I agree, Andrew. But the rules are you can't make contact with the head.
Well, you can't make contact with him there at all. Sorry for the young winger there. Cowboys another penalty. 4 in a row. But not necessarily giving great benefit for the overall run of play. Clean with the ball. And takes Randall with him for a ride. Now Robson. Taumalolo. Another good charge. Better from North Queensland right there. Townsend on the end of that. Kick to the corner. Here comes Felt. There is Brimson with a step. Beats a couple. AJ Brimson for the Titans.
And that's the best set of the game for the Cowboys. Play 4 kick. Nice kick into the corner from Townsend off a couple of real strong charges from the bookends.
Kelly in for a run for the Gold Coast. Brimson, yeah, I think he has the #1 now for all time, doesn't he? I know that's tough on Jaden Campbell, but Brimson seems to fit best at fullback.
It'll be interesting how that all unfolds, Andrew, as they come out this left-hand side through Tino.
Oh, that was touched. Touched by Shibasaki. And the Titans have the ball 10 metres inside the Cowboys' half. Kelly wasn't too happy with the actions of Kyle Felt and David Fafita. Might be worth a look at.
just be a little poke in the eye for Dave Fafita.
Wait there. Push up. Wait.
Got a little bit on the way down.
Blade of grass. Might have got.
Anyway, we're back underway. And Gold Coast with field position right now. Fodawaker.
He's had a strong start in the game, Fodawaker.
Randall, Boyd, Brimson, quick hands. That was forward from Shop. They've got this one. Shop on Dasami is pulled up. Cowboys fans think they have contributed to that. Finally gets a reward.
Yeah, it was the rushing defence out on the left-hand side. Val Holmes and Taulagi just connected. And Shop would like his time over again. Just needed to hold the ball. Get down on the ground, play it. Steady. He could feel the space on the outside. Couldn't help himself.
There's another one to get 2 tries last week. Aaron Shop with the big score against the Storm. Scrum clock, we don't have to worry about that. We're just testing the buzzer. The Cowboys have the ball. So Robson now for Nene. High tackle. It'll go against Foran. And this penalty count. This is rising quickly here against the Titans, and you can't question that one. Tested out the little goatee of Nene, Kieran Foran. And into the Titans half they go again. Certainly winning the battle at field position, North Queensland. Robson, McLean. The ground announcer doing his best to get the Cowboys crowd up. Robson now. Taumalolo, Dearden, set again. The short ball was to Hess. Pretty well read by the halfback Tanner Boyd. 5 from the line. Robson and Dearden. Taumalolo through one. Taumalolo could see the line. Fodawaker hangs on. So too Randall. Away with Townsend. Then misses out one. Cole Felt with it. 5 tackles up for North Queensland. Did they get Nene? Oh, then the ball comes free. The ball comes free from Cole Felt. They don't get a chance to put a last tackle play in.
Middle scrum.
And Felt, there's no complaints. There's no captain's challenge here. It was just poor ball control.
Yeah, Cole Felt just losing it out of the right arm as he goes to get to the ball, get to his feet. But the Cowboys just a little clunky with their attack, particularly on their going in sets. I mentioned before about their lead runners. Just no genuine lead runners, tying up nobody from a defensive point of view. Last year, we heard Cooper Cronk in the pre-game just talk about their ability and their attention to the little 1%ers in the game, which in turn has a real big bearing on the result. Some of those lead runners in really good field position just aren't doing their job. The Titans just defensively have been really, really good to start this game. 21 tackles inside 20.
Yeah, good effort. Breakdown in the Cowboys. A little bit of analysis from Corey Parker. There's a bit to work on here for North Queensland. A lot of notes being written by Todd Payton. Saw Malawi on this run. And then, oh, it was kicked back, I thought, there. And Foran ends up with it. Right on the 40-metre line. Now, Fodawaker. To halfway for the Gold Coast. Another recovery set from them out of being deep inside their own half. Boyd's pass.
Oh, that was flat.
Maybe the other F word, forward. Boyd kicks from 32 metres out. Chester underneath it. Wow, Chester. He goes jumping and then getting paralleled at the ground. I dare say that's not a practice technique. He got a bit out of shape there, Tom Chester at fullback. He's ended up more horizontal than vertical on the catch. Robson, tackle that crept up a little from Stimson. So 22 minutes And the Cowboys kept scoreless. And what we do know, their second half form this year for points has been very modest.
Well, 7 in total in the second half points, yet to score a point in the opening 20 minutes of the second half as Brimson just slicing between defenders there.
And the Gold Coast back with it. Khan Pereira, the try scorer. What a thrill for him to have his name up with the leading try scorers on the charts through 4 rounds in his debut season in the NRL. Somebody claiming some crusher there, but play on.
Jaden Campbell into the action.
Yeah. Well,
it's a really good time to put him on as Fafita out of dummy half. Nice little offload back to Campbell.
Yeah, Coach Holbrook, he senses something. Brimson now limping. Campbell on the field, 23 minutes in. Boyd with a bomb. And this time Chester stays a little more vertical.
Yeah, a little bit of a high shot on Tanner Boyd after he kicked it. Obviously a directive from Coach Payton.
Need to go to Brent Tate. Some views on Kieran Foran.
Yeah, well, he's gone up the race. He doesn't look very good at the moment, but I'll keep an eye on that. Haven't got a report on actually what it is. And just having a look at AJ Brimson here, he's actually getting a test on his hamstring. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes off. He is not in a good way.
Gee, that hurt.
Yeah, they're not good signs at all, particularly when you can locate.
Andrews coming off, so big dramas here for the bench.
This is
Titans.
big news for the Titans. Foran and Brimson off, minutes apart. Brimson looks gone. Campbell comes on. Now he will be the fullback. And the Gold Coast. So the good news is they're only 10 metres from the line. Aaron Clark is also out there. What a reshuffle for the Gold Coast. Played to Randall, to Boyd on the right. Campbell with a kick. It looks too long. Chester. Well, that never touched the ground. It'll be against Chester.
Yeah, they get away with this.
Line drop out.
Well, Campbell's gone back to fullback, as you mentioned. Aaron Clark, you would think, would go into the 6 role out on this left-hand side with Dave Fafita. Plenty happening for the Gold Coast Titans.
He has to know the rule, the young fullback, surely. Ball's there, and then he grabs it before it's hit the ground. He's left the field of play, touches the ball. There you go. Short dropout, knock forward Cowboys. Titans with it. Juggle by Kelly, kept alive. Isn't Campbell into the game? Comes on, he's had half a dozen touches. Kelly on the scoop. And Gold Coast threatening to post the second try of the game. Now Chester's done well, there's 2 in the tackle. He stripped the ball away, and it's a presentation too if they want it. Tom Chester on tilt here for the Cowboys.
And with the 2 key playmakers who have just left the field, gives them an opportunity to reset and regroup, work out who's who in the zoo. As we mentioned, I mean, in the space of that, some of these players wouldn't be aware, but Brimson has left the field. Foran has left the field.
Can I say I'm leaning on your medical knowledge and knowledge of hamstrings here, but that's a reaction I don't think I've seen. I don't think many of our Fox League audience would have seen a player being treated for a hamstring injury so visibly in pain when they hit an area. So what actually happened there?
Well, the first one, when you saw him sort of arching his back up and down, would just be a strength thing to see if there was any strength. But when you can actually locate where the soreness is, that's generally where the tear is. And based on what we saw from AJ Brimson, is not good.
And you're talking weeks now.
Yeah, of course. 2 to 4 to 6, depending on how severe that tear is.
Yeah, that's one Brent Tate will follow up. But
fortunately, I never tore any hamstrings, Vossi, for obvious reasons.
Over to Boyd. The run continues. He even beat the commentator's curse. That's how good he's kicking. Boyd. There you go. There's another one. He is on a streak. The crowd goes silent, except for that bloke. Titans fan, the bucket hat. Yes. As we highlight many times. Let's go down and find the latest on Kieran Foran. Brent?
Yeah, Andrew, just talking to the Titans bench, he's got a calf problem, so they're just going in the dressing sheds now to assess that, but I would suggest anything to do with a muscle problem around that calf area, like AJ Brimson with the hamstring. I don't think they'll risk him, but I'll keep you up to date, but it's definitely a calf problem for Kieran Foran.
We're having a calf injury-a-thon this year in the NRL in the pre-season challenge. I mean, good luck to Nico Hines coming back tomorrow night from a calf injury. Exclusive to Fox League, Sunday night rugby league. In fact, tomorrow's a Super Sunday. 3 matches for you, and we'll brush home with the derby, the Sharks and the Dragons at Netstrata Jubilee. And the Dally M medal winner is back. So Gold Coast again working hard with Liu, caught by Helam Lukey, who's out there now for the Cowboys, and it's great to have the young back rower fit again after a knee reconstruction. Now Randall, and easy meters, it must be said, by the Titans in this set for Boyd to kick. They've got them covered for meters. Almost 200 more running meters from the Titans so far this afternoon, and it's come through the forwards. Chester manhandled by Clark. Now Shibasaki runs hard into Stimson. To be some switch flicked here for the Cowboys. Holmes with it. Almost to halfway. 8-0. 28 gone. Dearden doesn't pass to Lukey. There's the flicking of the switch, perhaps. From their State of Origin rep in the halves, Dearden. Robson makes another 10. Set up for a kick to find Nene here. The Cowboys. Townsend to Dearden. Here it comes. They've seen it before. They go a little wider. It's knocked back and Nene's there. Felt got there first. Nene got the scraps. No try from referee Butler. It could be their first. It's set up, no try.
We see it so often normally for Nene. This time
it's on the right onside.
Comes across to Kyle Felt. We heard the referee, his first decision
clean run to the ball
was a no try.
It hits the right arm of Kyle Felt and travels forward. We have a decision.
There we go. Both times.
Casey Badger ruling with iron fist from the bunker. No try again to the Cowboys. I don't think Todd Payton's having a lot of fun up in the coach's box. This is quite the contrast from the Cowboys of 2022 to what we're seeing right now. And Shop on the run back.
James Tarmo into the action alongside Tanua Brown for the Cowboys. So Todd Payton has gone to his bench. I mean, before the game, he challenged his middle forwards to go through the front door, and it just hasn't happened. It's another strong run.
Gold Coast completing at 87% as well to throw into the mix. Latino looking to offload. Strong right across the board, the forward pack of the Titans. Boyd just delivering short. Vuna on that run. Last tackle. Kick for Taulagi. Collision in air with Campbell. Taulagi did a good job to hang on to the ball. They have it, but they're 10 metres out from their own line. Now Chester.
He's a great competitor, isn't he? We see in the replay box. Had to do a fair bit to get around some players and come up for the ball, Campbell. Real live wire.
Townsend. Kicks from inside the 40. He's got the angle, the distance. Oh, pulls up. Now there's trouble for Campbell. Back he goes. Stop it. Oh, Campbell on the knees twice. They're not sidesteps. They're knee slides.
This is brilliant. Brilliant work from Campbell. We only just saw in the replay box before his ability and want to try and score a try for his team. In doing that, Townsend had recognised he wasn't quite back into position. Had to get on his bike. He got back there, batted it in, left foot step, right foot step.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's brilliant.
You do that in backyard footy. You don't do that in the NRL, but Campbell can.
Well, he plays with such a freedom, such a carefree factor of what he's doing. He's trying to score tries up one end, he comes down the other end, and they come up with an error now.
Heel and Lukey with it. Cowboys, 9 minutes remaining in this first half. Townsend, Shibasaki, able to bump away from Stimson. The Cowboys fans are a little frustrated. Is this the set for them? To Noah Brown on that run. Robson to the right side. Townsend did, and runners to pick from. Chester to Felt. Early ball. Good tackle. Khan Pereira one-on-one. Dearden. And then Tamo. Oh dear. Just a run, a settler on play 5. Foreign back onto the bike with a calf problem. Last tackle. Kick is there. And it's gone dead. Despite the athleticism of Cohen Hess.
Well, this is great composure from Brian Kelly as Robson puts a well-weighted kick in. Did it touch Dave Fafita's hands? I don't think so. Goes to play at the ball and pulls out of it. Brian Kelly, and again, the goal line defence as we see Foreign, who left the field with a calf problem on the bike. 25 times now they've turned away the Cowboys, who last year were one of the best attacking teams in the competition.
That is so good for the Gold Coast. Yes, they won last week, but they did concede 34 points in the process. What we did see, though, from the first game this year was a resilience against the Tigers.
Yeah.
Down at Leichhardt. And that defensive resilience is here again this afternoon. You're watching it live on Fox League. On this Saturday, tapped on, that was okay. Shot to Sami. Sami away from Dearden. Kept it alive. Campbell with it. Fotuaika runs into Tamo. Bounces away from Tamo. Fotuaika stepping. He offloads. Kept alive. Juggled by Isaac for Suamalawi. 12 metres from the line. Randall, quick hands. Clark went long. Kelly's got it. Kelly shut down by Shibasaki.
Fafita.
Last tackle, Titans. Poor play the ball. Boyd is with it. A bomb across the face. It'll come down a couple of metres out. It's lost by the Cowboys. Lost by Holmes. Full set for the Titans. Vuna then loses the ball on one. And that is such a let-off right there.
Playing a terrific brand of football in this first half, the Gold Coast Titans. Last week put together some really, really polished attack. This week they have done it all. Defensively very strong in this first half, attacking from all angles.
So North Queensland over their 30-metre line with 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Brent Tate, big news on the sideline.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. We've just got confirmation through that horrible news for the Titans that both those players, Brimson and Foreign, won't be back this afternoon. So the Titans are going to have to do it the hard way.
So Foreign gone as well. Ball knocked down, in fact, knock on both ways there. First one against the Gold Coast. Let's take stock of that, Corey. Foreign's on the bike, but he's out for the day.
Well, he's yelling out challenge from the bike, Kieran Foreign. I reckon he's probably got a case here as they come. Nice little offload there from Nane. Back to Townsend. He was facing his goal line when he did touch the ball. But huge news for the Gold Coast Titans. No AJ Brimson, no Kieran Foreign.
The whole interchange rotation goes out the window, what you had planned. They had the lead 8-0. So Campbell's on for the rest of the game.
Need a half, guys.
And no halfback near the scrum.
It was a huge set in what's been a dominant display from the Titans.
A shame, AJ Brimson, the hamstring after a terrific start to the year. Cowboys with it. Robson, Shibasaki. Another defensive set for the Gold Coast. It's been on repeat this first half. Gold Coast defending inside their 20. Tamo to play it. Only 10 minutes so far this year played by Tamo. Townsend, there's Nene, there's the Cowboys try. A staggered defensive line for the Titans. And Nene, a prolific try scorer. He is proving that. And he gets the Cowboys first here.
Well, arguably one of the best edge back rows in the game. Wonderful little set play here. Dearden out the back, just takes the flies off before he passes short to Nene, who was able to cross in what's been a dominant half. Seems to have been played down this end, and they're able to come up with some points. 26 times they've had an opportunity. And with 4 minutes remaining in the first half, Nene able to come over.
Well, he can score them everywhere, and by that I mean venues, but he's putting together quite a healthy record here. That's his 11th try in his 16th match at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Jeremiah Nene, now Origin and International. And overall the record is 21 tries in his 31st game, and signed on long term for the Cowboys. I would think, Corey, that Coach Holbrook would want the Titans in the sheds as quick as possible now. It's a tough 3 minutes as they get organised. Holmes with a kick. He's got his run going as well. So it's Holmes and Boyd, a shootout in Townsville. 8 points to 6. Second Queensland derby of the weekend.
Great play lifts they've got on the ground here. As they come out this right-hand side, that's a wonderful little play there. Just Brian Kelly just up ahead of the defensive line, just gives Nene a nice little passage. It's so big and strong. In a big 3 minutes, you're right, Andrew.
Stay on.
And long from the kick-off. So Cowboys, they get a little sniff. McLean has worked really hard. In fact, he has made more metres than any of the Cowboys forwards in the first half. And then, well, oh my goodness. I'll let myself out. Enjoy the rest of the call, Corey.
Case.
Hang on, I may be saved, I may be back. I've launched the challenge. This is a commentator's challenge.
It's tackle 1 with Jordan. Yep.
So we'll see what happens here. Jordan McLean, he ain't giving the ball back. He's hanging on to it. He's confident.
Let's see if Jordan McLean ever loses possession of the ball.
The front rower's challenge. Oh, come on, Jordan. Oh, no.
That doesn't look good.
It's not looking
At this stage, the ball comes away from Jordan McLean. We're just looking to see if he regains possession before it hits the ground or a defender.
Very difficult to see.
So. He's still hanging on to the ball, though. He might walk off with me. He's taking the ball.
Just searching all available angles to try and see the ball.
Does it stay up on his leg?
On his leg. This is an anxious look on the face of the front rower.
Ball is off the leg at this stage. Just trying to track it.
Oh, boy.
The ball then stays on his leg and he regains possession. There is no knock-on.
Wow.
The challenge is
I'm
successful.
back. Well done, Jordan. Good challenge. Teamwork makes the dream work. Cowboys have still got the ball. At 8-6. 2 minutes 40 on the clock. Cowboys to Noah Brown. It's still big minutes for the Titans. They've worked so hard in this first half, but the Cowboys have gone up a notch here. Robson to play it. Dearden. Lukey straight up through the guts of the defence.
Terrific run from Lukey.
Cowboys right on top in these last few minutes. McLean and Townsend. Chester cut off on the inside. That was a good tackle by Vuna. Had to be made. Robson, last play. Townsend kicking out Holmes' way. Taulagi wants to jump. Sami loses it over the back. And play on the Titans. Shot went flying out the back. Gold Coast had the ball. And Sami is a relief man. Just got to get through the next couple of minutes and then take stock of loss of personnel and go again into the second half. Mafita driven sideways, strong from the Cowboys. Nene got him first.
He's had a great appetite for work. I know he's driven sideways there. Himself and Fodawaker have had a great appetite in this first half. Fodawaker up over 115 run metres. Fafita likewise.
13 hit-ups from Mo Fodawaker in this first half. Kick is long. That's a good set, Titans. Felt with it. So 1 minute to go in this first half. And all the signs it's going to be a tight one. Just as was the case with the Broncos and the Dolphins. Taulagi loses the shorts. Now Holmes with it. Across field, got away from shot. He gave up on the chase. 40 away, 40 seconds to play. Taulagi now with an injury, with a trainer.
Knee injury there.
Shibasaki down in the tackle. That's the fourth. Maybe time for a trick shot. Robson, Townsend, right side, Nene, Chester, back to Nene. Blink and you miss it there. Last tackle, probably the last play of the half. To Townsend, change in direction, kick and chase. Campbell, he's run into Stimson.
Well, he had to change his decision on the run. Taulagi, as you see in the background there, still has not got to his feet. He was going to go crossfield kick. The winger's not in position. He comes back onto the right boot. And Campbell positioned himself beautifully.
It's quite the collision with Stimson. Down he goes. So this is a tight one in Townsville. One try apiece. Just a Boyd goal the difference. Half time. Gold Coast 8, North Queensland 6.
Already touched on the Titans and the woes that they've got. No AJ Brimson, no foreign, now Taulagi.
Second half underway. Both teams a little undermanned. And all the signs this one is going to go the distance on this Saturday ahead of Manly and South Sydney doing battle at Accor Stadium. So Cowboys with the ball on their own 20. Certainly finished the first half the stronger and were playing some of their best football of the match in the 5 or 6 minutes coming up to the break.
You just see top of screen there, Jake Granville filling into the centre role. Out on that right-hand side, Val Holmes has come across to the left wing.
Good start to the second half as Hess didn't play the ball. He stepped over it. Allowed to continue. Last tackle kick. Campbell at fullback with Brimson gone. We've seen some amazing play right across the weekend from Cleary's two-point field goal. The effort of Mark Nichols last night in saving a try, and Campbell, the knees step effort in the corner was a good one. More to come, you would reckon, on Fox League, with another 3 matches to be played tomorrow as well. Kelly cut down by the veteran centre. Granville at 34 out in the centres. I don't think you'll be too fond of Fafita running at him headlong at some point in the second half. Randall to Boyd. Tight ends trying to get through their first set. Boyd got away from Tamo. Good effort from James Tamo. Chester almost lost hold of the ball there. And Chester taken by the defence. Confidence to pass it to Holmes. And that's good counter from the Cowboys. That's the story of AJ Brimson. Well, that is quite a shot, isn't it? The ice on the hamstring of Brimson, the ice on the calf of Foran. And neither appear on the minor side, the injuries.
Yeah, very critical, obviously, for your side when you get 2 of your key playmakers on the sideline, and Shibasaki now through the middle.
Well, good news, they do have the bye next week, the Titans. At least that's 1 week without a game, as Nene running off Townsend. They've picked up where they left off in the first half, the Cowboys. They're on top here. Townsend to Dearden. Dearden's kick. It's the right distance. Shot does enough to take it dead. Well done, Cowboys. Brent Tate with a halftime report and also the casualty ward you've had to observe at halftime, Brent.
Yeah, there's plenty happening down here. Andrew on the sideline with an injury report. Murray Tuolangi has done a medial ligament, so he obviously won't be back this afternoon. Todd Payton, he just wants his team to stay patient and good ball. Wants them to shift early, coming out of trouble. Thinks there's some joy on the edges. And defensively, better first up contact. Justin Holbrook will at least challenge his team. He wants them to go right after this one. So it's going to be an interesting second half with both teams. A lot on the line.
Tamo on the run back on play one. But definitely Cowboys on top either side of half-time. Tanoa Brown. He's inside the 30. Robson. And a run for Robson to Dearden. They're picking away at the Titans' defence here. This is a dangerous set for the Gold Coast. Set restart. Boyd was being there. Tamo takes the first one then. So full set. This close to the line. Robson and Tanoa Brown. Just one try in the career. Just a few metres away. Robson, they spread it this time. Dearden, Townsend, Nene already with one. And flung down in the tackle of Kelly. And also Clark. Townsend. Hess spotted a gap, and it was a big one. Almost all the way to the try line. Robson now. 4 tackles down. Townsend to Tamo. James Tamo. He sees the line. Another huge cavity in the Titans' goal line defence. And of all players, James Tamo, like a draft horse, goes to the in goal to score.
Yeah, really well constructed set here. The playmakers getting their hands on the ball. Townsend just identifying there's a little bit of fatigue back on the inside. Vuna and Fodawaker just caught going in no man's land. And the crafty, experienced playmaker finds the oldest man in the competition, James Tamo. You mentioned he hasn't spent a lot of time on the field this season, but he comes across with a really handy try for Todd Payton and the Cowboys.
One of their 2015 grand final winning side. He had to pinch himself. He gets to come back to the Cowboys to finish his career. He'll have to pinch himself again that he's now a try scorer. Only the 27th of his career in game number 307. Actually scored in the 2015 grand final, didn't he, James Tamo?
Oh, I forget.
Sorry, old chap. Over to Holmes. I think the shootout's going to come to fruition between the kickers. They're banging them over. They're both on streaks in double digits. Cowboys up by 4 and the lead for the first time today.
Well, this whole set, they were just able to work over the middle forwards and just play back against the grain. And in rugby league, when you clock off for a moment defensively, that's when the good players find you out.
With respect, that's the slowest motion try I think I've ever seen. Tamo isn't exactly exploding towards the line, and Fodawaker, well,
he was caught. It was in quicksand, Bossy, stuck in the mud.
It was absolutely in quicksand there. Milk turns quicker than Fodawaker did just then. He was absolutely cemented to the ground. So Dearden with it. The Cowboys full of running. It's called back. There was a defender for Malawi, ended up on his backside.
Well, he's come out with a real pep in his step. So dangerous when he runs the ball. Tom Dearden, they get away with it this time, the Titans.
Much. Tanner Boyd,
he gave his
play.
Yeah, he's spot on. But already, Dearden just starting to run and probe with the ball.
Mind you, if you run around the back and you make a play, then you are taking advantage. Titans are with the ball. Can they reply straight back, having lost the lead for the first time? 4 metres away from the line. Clark to play it here as Randall clears the ruck with Boyd W and step. And Tomo's there as the defender. And then concedes penalty for the difference.
I'd really like to see the Titans try and isolate Jake Granville out on that right-hand side, one-on-one with Dave Fafita. Big man on small man, close to the line.
No, he loses the ball. He loses the ball.
All right, so they've given away one penalty close to their line. How patient are the referees this year? Is it 2? Is it 3 before the bin? Titans with it, 9 metres away from the line. And Randall, good ball. Campbell comes to a stop and then puts his hand up, almost apologising to everyone. We've put the foot on the brake here in attack, both teams. Clark and then Isaac. We have Big Tino, we have slightly smaller Isaac to play it. Now Randall, there's Big Tino, the brothers to play it right here, right now. Titans looking to draw level. Randall, and off the line, the Cowboys defence. Nene was all over Clark like a cheap suit. Now Boyd, 15 metres out, bomb to the corner, and Holmes has had a miss. It's taken by Shibasaki. Oh, they get out of jail, the Cowboys.
Yeah, definite escort here. Sami just was taken out of the play. We see Shibasaki just finds himself getting in between Sami and also Holmes. Oh, no, you can't do that. If he's kept his feet, he may have scored a try there, Sami.
Yeah, what a miss by Val.
It's got to be up here
now. So, a relieved man. Titans again, another set. Cowboys to defend. Anything could happen in this game. Anything could happen. Cowboys had a string of penalties. Now the Titans have had a string of them. All up, we've had 11 today. 5 in a row for the Titans now. After 5 in a row for the Cowboys. Go figure. Tino with it. 4 metres away from the line. Now the crowd is lively here in Townsville. Randall goes long. Boyd dumps it off. Fafita brushed away from Robson. Fafita just caught by Tamo. Hare sort of more or less flopped on there. 3 from the line.
6 again.
Randall. Boyd. Long intercept. Holmes away. Valentine Holmes. He had a 10-minute start. Campbell is chasing valiantly. But Holmes gets there for the Cowboys. They score a 3rd straight try. And Holmes, the new winger, goes the distance.
Well, it's been all the Cowboys at the start of this second half. It's been an area of concern for Todd Payton and his men, able to score points in the second half, and they've able to come out and put together some points. But just watch here, Talon Boyd just going for the long pass over the top against Val Holmes, one of the best movers in the competition. Just swerves on the outside of shot. It comes up with a runaway try for his team, who are under all sorts of pressure on their goal line.
The high shot replay too showed he was onside. When they're on their own goal line, you do only have to have 1 foot on the line or behind, not both. And Holmes was certainly back to the goal line. That's a sight we've seen in all colours of jerseys, haven't we, over the years? Cronulla,
Just
Queensland, Australia.
So effortlessly, you get it?
I understand.
Across the park.
He moves well.
Moves very well. Val Holmes.
So, what was 8-0 to the Gold Coast, what seems not so long ago, is now the other way and more. Titans in desperate need to score next. Holmes has his first try of the year. Actually missed his first 2 shots of the year.
He did.
And has kicked every one since. Brent Tate sideline.
Yeah, Andrew, well, the Cowboys started the second half. It has been an issue for them, but they are up and about. Just looking at their body language and the way they're moving, Jeremiah Nanai has had a great start at this second half. It's probably been the best game I've seen him play for the Cowboys this year, and when that man gets a sniff and gets a bit of a run, you're not going to catch him. What a great mover that he is.
So both kickers are 12 in a row.
A huge amount of pressure on Tanner Boyd. He was going for the big play, obviously, on this right-hand side, but no Brimson and obviously no Foran puts all the pressure back on Tanner Boyd to try and come up with some plays to find points.
So the Cowboys have turned dominance into the match into points, because they've been on top since about, what would you say, 33rd minute of the match, and in that time, the next 19 minutes now, they've scored 18 points.
And it's funny what a bit of momentum does to a team. They've got all the running now. They're running with purpose, grabbing plenty of metres, which was not the case in early stage in that first half.
Rabbitohs and Manly to come up later tonight, exclusive to Foxley. This defence is all over the shop. Dearden on to Chester, turns them around, goes long, felt on the bounce. But the Gold Coast Titans defensive line is eroding here before your eyes. Townsend, bomb to the corner. Oh, that's not good. What an Eddie Hines. There was no one there. The kick. Sami coming back for the Titans. But what happened with Chad's kick on the last?
Well, the chase team needs to be a little better than what we just saw then. Admittedly, the kick could have been a little higher, but the desperation from the Cowboys, who have all the ascendancy in this second half, as I mentioned, just running with more purpose, finding some space in behind the ruck, grabbing their front, plenty of momentum. And the little men starting to pull them apart. Isaac Liu
sent back out there by Coach Holbrook. They've only got the 2 players to rotate on the bench as well. Keep that in mind. And the Cowboys down 1. Hess puts good. Oh, Hess has caught Boyd possibly mid-air. Chester with a catch. Referee checked with his sideline official. It was a goal. Shot Kelly, but a close one. Hess on the kicker, Tanner Boyd. Here it was here. Careful when you go at the legs. And the Cowboys in possession with Feld outside the 20. Tamo's calf. It seems more than cramp, does it? They call it the old man's injury.
Well, we've had 2 old men go down with calves today. Make it 3 if you get one, Bossy.
I cramped up on Thursday night in the grand final rematch. It doesn't look good for James there. Can't straighten the leg at all as Townsend kicks deep from inside the 40. Onto the ball comes Campbell with open pasture in front of him. Nice kick return from Jaden Campbell. And then poor old Lofi Khan Pereira probably has his most horrible first grade moment right there.
It was a wonderful return, as you mentioned, from Campbell. Put the big right foot on Taumalolo, backed up. Khan Pereira was just trying to get over the advantage line, spills the lollies.
That's a concerned coach, and maybe read into something on the replay. Kelly was down on the haunches as well before. Like, I don't think he needed another defensive set. I don't think the Titans need to do any more defending for a while here. The Cowboys set to have a red-hot go in this set. Shibasaki on play 1. 40 metres out from the Titans line. Now for Helam Lukey. He loses the ball. They needed that. They've forced the mistake.
It was great contact from that man there, the inspirational skipper. Fa'asuamala Aui.
You'd want him in your Supercoach team every week, wouldn't you, Corey?
Absolutely.
Tino. Now Sami, he's done some good things today for them. Randall here. And then for Fafita. Oh, now Fafita grimaced there as he was tackled. Randall's got the hooking duties for a while. Sam Verrills, oh, that pass, that was just thrown like a watermelon inside to Liu. But no, Sam Verrill's confirmation of the fractured collarbone and out for a little longer than first thought. Boyd, and again an inside pass that is read by the defence. Isaac for Malawi there, caught by Taumalolo. 4 tackles up, Titans. And Tino leading from the front with yet another run and an offload. Fafita, the no-looker, and Pereira goes from 0 to 100 rather quickly. He was like a drag racer. The Christmas tree lights lit up and he just took off on the quarter mile.
Well, when you need your team to stand up, you go to your big men, and 2 of their best this afternoon. The skipper, Fasua Malawi, just takes him on. Nice little offload here, and David Fafita has had an all-round, very, very balanced, terrific game. Finds some speed to burn out on this left-hand side. No-look pass, and Pereira shot out of a gun.
Yeah. Like, I know he didn't have to run far, but standing start to whooshka. I mean, that was quick. And he's got try-doubles back-to-back weeks. And all of that after the error, just over a minute ago.
Plenty of character shown by Holbrook's men in the Titans. 2 lead playmakers sitting on the bench, injured. I mean, there's always a lot spoken about David Fafita and what he's been able to produce, but I haven't seen him put together such a complete game that in a long time.
Yeah, a bit of a mix.
He's passed when he's had to. He's created a try in the first half. He's run the ball when he's had to do it really hard. And Vossi,
here's my man.
15 from 16 at 94%.
He's 4 from 4 from the left touchline. He's 5 from 5 from the sideline for the season. Tanner Boyd, channeling the best kickers in the competition. Looking into the sun. It's all over. The run ends. Too much pressure. Too much pressure on Tanner Boyd. 18-12 scoreline. 22 to go. And next up on Super Saturday on Fox League, the big night. In memory of John Sattler. The Rabbitohs, what an emotional week for the club. And South Sydney taking on Manly. Exclusive to Fox League tonight. It's a big, big match. Jersey presentation. The logo that the Rabbitohs will wear, the half the rabbit. How it finished in the 1970 grand final for Sats against Manly. And again to the Sattler family, son Scott. Our thoughts with you tonight. So Sami, he's twisted by Nene. Well, how seriously does the referee view this tackle? He blew the whistle. But if you're saying dangerous tackle, he lands on his head. What are they getting for here? It's an awkward-looking one. But the actions of Sami contribute. Oh, geez, he tucks the head in. Gee, I don't know. The bunker might say a little more. Here it is here. I think it has to be sin bit if he's landed on his head. Or is he finding the ground? There's a bit. You've got to take him every case on its merits. But I think Nene's going to get a break here. Called out by referee Butler. Stand by.
It's a one-man tackle. The hands between the legs. And he lands on his head. Okay, it's a report in the bin.
There you go. They're down to 12. There is a lot happening here. No question Sami is looking for the ground, but as referee Butler went through the sequence, it's primarily Nene's tackle. He got the legs, the hand between the legs, and tipped. The resulting well, though, you could say Robson was well involved in the tackle as well. And the Cowboys will have to endure the next 10 minutes down a man. Corey, quick comment on that one?
Yeah, it was an awkward, obviously, finish to the tackle with Sami. Yet to decide whether there was a hand between the legs. It looked like he had both hands wrapped around the hips. Obviously, Robson had something to do with the tackle also, but nevertheless, they're down a man now.
All right, one to review later tonight. Now, big postman Joe Campbell. ball sliding through the defence. Oh, we had Carl Pereira on his outside. He must have seen the previous try. The bloke may be the fastest man on the planet. Now the ball with Kelly. Just a Gus on that. He owns that comment for Vida. He's 9 metres away from the line. And this is a resurgent Gold Coast Titans. Taumalolo, a little dangerous, the act, not the finish. Liu. And for Suamala-Aui to play it. Young Isaac stacks the time left, 20 and a half to go. Boyd with it, gets it to the in goal. Taumalolo's there. They crunch it, he loses the ball. Not sure what Jason was appealing for.
Case.
Is he saying it was stripped away by the Titans?
Back to zero tackle. We've got a knock on from the Cowboys. Just want to make sure we don't have a grounding from the Titans, please.
This is a wonderful play from Tanner Boyd, who shouldered all the work. Wanted to kick out at the left-hand side, straightened up.
We'll monitor Isaac Liu and Tino for Suamala-Aui.
Straightened up his kick.
So Butler just want to check a grounding by the Titans when the ball comes loose.
Just looking to confirm if Brian Kelly is
There's
making
the
a
ball.
tackle or if he
Hang on a second. Just hang on a second here. Khan Pereira.
Brian Kelly's right arm is under the ball. He then strips it out with more than one player in the tackle. We have a decision.
And Kelly put the hand on the ball.
That's a tough call. That's a real tough call. I know the stripping action is there in the vision. But the contact between Kelly and Taumalolo, as we can see there, I mean, Holbrook shaking his head. He's the character from his team who've been under all sorts of pressure and adversity at different stages. Come up with a wonderful play. The skipper, Taumalolo, retrieved the ball. They get a penalty against.
Watch it again.
You got to watch it in fast time. Just.
So into the final quarter of the game we go. The Cowboys lead by 6. They are playing a man short. Taumalolo with it. Gets to 18 all. Who knows what would go on in the last 15 minutes or so of the match. Given the restricted benches of both teams with injured players. Now Dearden. Oh, he's having a half, Dearden. What a run again. A stepping, running 5'8" is great to watch. Robson, Townsend, inside pass. Lukey there. Robson was screaming for it and would have scored. Now Robson, last tackle. Dearden calling the shots, looking for Phil. He's got the leap. Ball on the deck. Kelly has got to it. They've got a real knock-on against the Titans.
Cowboys, knock-on Gold Coast.
Well, Tommy Dearden just starting to assert himself. What a second half he is having. Finding all sorts of space and contributing with a beautiful kick across to Felt. That was ruled to be touched by Khan Pereira.
3 clean line breaks now to Tom Dearden.
In the second half, yeah.
He's
very underestimated
his
with
speed.
with his speed, but more
100%.
importantly his power, his tenacious competitiveness to get through the line and take them on.
He's got footy speed, enough to get you through the hole. And he does that time and time again. Oh, the scrum clock.
And they got 4.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow, there you go.
Well, that is a blunder of all blunders. So, the scrum clock, there was absolute confusion. Referee Butler, everyone was on delay. With the scrum clock going, you thought, we'll have to do something. You've got to penalise someone.
Well, that's a huge
It's your
play.
duty to defeat the scrum.
That's a huge call.
Have we just forgotten that rule until then? We've just been reminded about it, everyone. I don't know why there was such a delay. I don't know You've got the ball. Are you trying to soak up time with the man in the single? Harpooning tackle there from Taumalolo on Stimson. Sam Malawi with yet another carry. His numbers are going to be huge by the end of 80 metres. He's 17th hit up there. Now Randall, Boyd, Campbell, Fafita, Kelly, Khan Pereira on the run. He can hurdle as well, and then loses the ball. So we've got him in multiple events at the Olympics now. But maybe not the relay. The baton may be a problem.
Yeah, look at the slick hands. David Fafita again, just a no-look pass. Finds some space on the outside to Kelly. Khan Pereira hurdling over people. And was it Chester or Granville who come back at Pereira?
18-12, can't take advantage with the Cowboys down a man, the Titans. Nene in the sin bin. Now Shibasaki plays the crusher card. Told to play it. Holmes with the ball. Up over the 20-metre line. Loses it again. He's had a mixed afternoon, Valentine Holmes. What is going on with the hands today?
And they just keep the door ajar for the for the Titans, the Cowboys. I mean, to give away the penalty at the other end of the field, failing to pack the scrum. Now an error from Valentine Holmes. One man in the sin bin, Vossi.
The Tigers last night, scrum against the feed, now had the shot clock scrum penalty. What has happened in this match? 18-12, it probably warrants 18 all. That scrum was bound well, wasn't it? Boyd with it for the Titans. He's only 11 metres away. 15 minutes to go. Then they can slug it out 13 on 13. Fasul Malawi with the ball. Cowboys under all sorts of pressure here. Randall Liu to the line and spin. A cut offload. Robson has him. Lukey has him. And they say he lost control of the ball. Well, he's saying forward. It seemed a very late call, all of that.
Shot clock's on, middle.
Tell me what happened there, Corey.
He's gone into contact, Isaac Liu, and it's just rolled out and made contact with a Cowboys player. And it's just set there. Just goes into the belly of Robson before he regains it.
He had the 5 carries of the football for 40 metres. Isaac Liu and team on a roll there. Shibasaki with it. And this time he's holding his face. Poor old Yimman, he's copying it from all sides around the melon at the moment. Naeem on that run. Back to the 20-metre line. 2.5 minutes still in the bin for Nene. Chester. Oh, Chester. Into a strong tackle from Stimson. Robson. A run for Robson, always a danger. 8 metres short of halfway. Taumalolo will steal another 8 or 9 metres. So there'll be a few make up over 100 metres today. The Cowboys, in contrast to last week. Well, they hope there will be. Kick for Campbell to chase. Right to the corner now. Wants it to go dead. Ooh. He gets his wish. 7 tackles set for the Titans. And a last set to take on a Cowboys defence, a man down. So we'll start off with Sami. Brent Tate on the sideline. What's the news on James Tamo?
Yeah, he won't return, Andrew. He's got a problem with his foot. So bad news for the Cowboys. They're down now to 2 players as well. So plenty happening down here on the sidelines with both teams. And whoever's going to get on top on this one, I'm not sure. The great run by Mo Fodawaker.
Yeah, just injected back into the play. Fodawaker and Fafita.
Boyd. And they're gone again with Khan Pereira. Kick back in field. Campbell getting through, but didn't. Beautiful scavenger work at the back for the Cowboys.
Well, they found plenty of success down that left-hand side as Dearden comes up with a big play for his team. Competes on everything as Fodawaker gets hold of Griffin Neem.
Dean points him out. They get a little nose-to-nose, little conversation there. They still want to talk about it. No Fodawaker, Griffin Neen. Good front row battle. 10 out for a line now. Fodawaker takes his anger out on Feld as well. Dearden, Holmes, play number 4, then not back to the 20. Nene back in a moment. Granville on, and oh no, hamstring it looked like. Shibasaki in the wars, his last 3 runs. He went down before the defence there. Hope it's a cramp and not a hammy. Not sure. Last tackle, they had to kick from inside their 20. Now it's the Titans on top, but behind on the scoreboard, Campbell, another tackle bust.
Yeah, Shibasaki leaving the field with that hamstring.
Well, there's barely going to be a fit man on the sideline across the 2 teams. Doing it tough, down to 11 and a half to go. As Liu, Nene comes back out. Fodawaker with the ball for the Titans. Flung down, strong tackle. 13 on 13 again. 18-12 to the Cowboys. Boyd with it. Now for Shot. Shot doesn't pass it. Doesn't give it to Sami. Can you believe that? Aaron Shot, although they've blown penalty.
It was a try gone begging down this right-hand side. Wonderful work again from Tanner Boyd. Shop, all he had to do was catch and pass, and Valentine Holmes comes up with a bell ringer.
That he's been penalised for.
That is a try gone begging.
So shoulder charge penalty. Sami, 10 metres only to travel and doesn't get the ball. Now for Suamalawi with it. Had a moment like that, didn't they? In the final series against the Roosters. Yes. Fafita didn't get the ball from Patrick Herbert. Now Liu, to no one. Off the leg of Granville. The Titans get it back. The Titans get it back. Granville looks like he's wearing a crown around his head. Fodawaker with the ball. He's offloaded as well, and it's on the ground. The game has gone in the bizarro world at the moment. It's some of the clunkiest attack you'll see. Now Randall for Liu. Floated across to Fafita. He just flicks. I mean, what is going on out there? What is the strategy? The attack has lost its way. Clark with a run for the Titans. Seen more passes hit the ground in the last couple of minutes than we've seen all match. Now Boyd will kick on the last. Chases there. It may have been knocked forward by Sami. What's the call? Yes, it is.
And that's a critical time in the game as we see Holbrook just frustrated. No Kieran Foran. He was gone early in this game to a calf injury. No AJ Brimson, which then brings in Chris Randall, Jaden Campbell, Tanner Boyd, all these young kids at such a pivotal time when you need experience and class to have their ball in their hands.
Nene, he offloaded. Holmes the support. Almost away. Next score is huge in this game. Robson caught by Liu, who was the marker. Payton's up. He's vocal. Dean Young shaking his head. Justin Holbrook's throwing pens. Neems with the ball for the Cowboys. You're watching it live on Fox League ahead of the Rabbitohs taking on the Sea Eagles. Robson and McLean. Townsend juggle. Able to rope it back in. Now we've got cramp there for Clark. He stayed down. Townsend, bruising tackle front on. Field goal probably not a bad play even here for the Cowboys. Get 7 in front. Robson, Taumalolo. Crashes into the Titans defence. Robson a dummy half. They go left side to Townsend. He was stumbling. Lukey with the ball. Passed it into the head of Chester. Campbell on the fingertip.
Oh, no.
Lost the ball. There's 7 drop balls into one play. And Taumalolo or Chester. I don't know. Hess is really free. And Butler agrees with Cohen Hess. They're saying Chester has scored the try.
There's too much to unpack here, Vossi. You called it beautifully. Out off this left-hand side. Lukey's had a terrific second half. Comes up with, it's come off his head, off his foot.
Head
Campbell.
to foot. It's come off his falconed and onto his foot. Watch it again. Head, hook, leg, foot. I don't know. Ooh. I don't know whether I've seen it before. The kick, how it gets the kick. Does it go head to arm? Head? No. Oh, kick, ricochet. It's anyone's. Campbell knocks it. He loses it. Chester in front of Fasil Malawi to score. And Taumalolo puts it down for good measure.
Oh, well, there it is. Try confirmed.
He got there with a finger before Isaac.
And Tommy Chester has come up with what could be the match-winning try for the Cowboys, filling in obviously with no Drinkwater. He's done a terrific job last week. He was superb in a beaten side.
10 points the lead, 6 minutes to go. Stand by for short kickoff. It'll be 12 the difference now off the boot of Holmes. Chester tried that had an element of dog's breakfast about it, but effort and commitment got him there. Manly v South Sydney next up. It's a big game on an emotional night. Live from Accor Stadium, Mitchell and Trbojevic. Need we say any more?
What a matchup.
What a night. So, short dropout. Titans still a chance of, probably chance of golden points. Could they put together enough to get in front? Let's see if they get one first. Short kickoff. Gone the distance. Ball knocked back. Titans will get it. Fodawaker is there. And Taumalolo has him. From almost scoring at one end, bombing tries to conceding. What a telling few minutes for the Gold Coast Titans. Cowboys close in on their second win of the year. Randall away to Boyd, and Fasil Malawi yet another hit up for the captain.
The captain.
Most metres of any forward from either side by some stretch. Boyd, Campbell, Fafita, but almost flat-footed. You want him ripping and a tearing, don't you, David Fafita, at this point of the match. Campbell for Kelly. Sideways go the Titans. And tackle number 5 is reached. They need to score here. Boyd's kick. He's got Fodawaker chasing. This time it's Chester with a fumble. Put a foot over the dead ball line. Line drop out, Cowboys. Still a chance, the Titans.
Well, 5 minutes remaining. Once again, it all falls on this man here, Tanner Boyd, who's been terrific. Had a good performance last week, has backed it up under all sorts of pressure. And Holbrook's men, you talk about character and what you build through a football season. He has seen a huge amount of character, albeit they're 12 behind on the clock. Huge amount of character from his team as they go short.
They go short, leading by 12. And tackle made on Khan Pereira. The veteran Felt gets all over the rookie there. Fasil Malawi graduating with honours here in his second first grade game. He's had to play a lot of minutes today. Randall for Fodawaker. And Mo Fodawaker running straight at Robson. 4 minutes to go. Randall out of dummy half. There is Isaac Liu. Again the hit and spin. But the offload's not happening for Isaac. Titans deep to the right. Randall. And Fasil Malawi didn't pass to his brother. So they more or less waste a tackle there. Last again for the Titans. Inside the final 4. Boyd with it. On the grass for Shop. Doesn't pass to Sami. Now he passes to Sami. It's a few plays late. Kicks over the top. Kelly's there. Ball and goal. Missed by Khan Pereira. And Granville, the crowd man, comes back.
Titans. 20.
Knock on from the Titans. The Cowboys all but home.
Case. We have a captain's challenge. The on-field ruling is a knock on Titans in the in goal. They believe the Cowboys knocked on first.
There is no way the Titans get the ball back from here. If they didn't knock it on in the first instance, they knock it on in the second. Tino plays the card because he had
Chase
one.
is on the left onside. There are 2 players offside in the middle who will monitor.
And, we will go through the process, but
Brian Kelly jumps from the field of play. His left hand then touches the ball, which hits Kyle Felt, which is a knock-on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
just for good measure, the next one's a knock on too if you needed to.
Just to play the ball, it's in the field. It's in the field, play the knock-on. So you'll play the ball here. Just wait.
Play the ball 10 metres out. 3:23 on the clock. The Titans need a miracle. Cowboys will take anything they can get at this point. They're certainly not back to their best, but there have been way better passages of play from the Cowboys compared to a week ago here in front of their home fans. Felt with it. Titans have the bye next week and an injury toll to assess. Likewise, the Cowboys. Clean on that run. Into the final 3 we go. Robson, Taumalolo, big collision with Tino. Just inside the Titans half. Robson, Lukey. More minutes, having made 19 on return last week from Helam Lukey. Townsend kicking on the last tackle. Campbell attacks it. Campbell comes down with the ball for the Titans.
He's been superb, Campbell, since thrust into the action with no AJ Brimson as they come out to this left-hand side for feeder.
Have
Kelly.
to spread it. Khan Pereira, love to see him in open space. We're going to see him in open space. He leaves Hess behind. Now taking on the cover. Neem was gallant in the chase. And Felt finishes him off. Just a glimmer for the Titans. And across field with Boyd, Campbell, Van Stimson. Stimson, somewhat of anticlimactic pair to end up with a second rower on the jog. After the speed men had been involved. Boyd again. They need to find Fafita. They find him. The pass on the boot. Kelly can do no more than kick it along the ground. The Cowboys have it back. And Fafita gives him a little love tap. Well, that was last chance. Last chance saloon for the Titans. With 12 the difference. Chad Townsend with absolutely nothing wrong with him at all. You get a shock of his life if the referee went feigning injury penalty, which I would do. If you get up laughing, well, wasting your time, here's a penalty against you. Howell McLean with the ball, back to the 40. So after back-to-back losses, you can slot in the W for the Cowboys. But Todd Payton, a straight shooter, will know there's still a long way to get back to the lofty heights of 2022.
Yeah, really important to get a win or a victory here at home, particularly after their last performance. But the Gold Coast Titans have shown to themselves and their supporters that they can turn up. The character that they've shown under all sorts of adversity has been superb. What's going through that man's mind? He'd be relieved he's got the 2 points.
That's it. That's a little eyebrow raise. We didn't see that from Kevin Walters last night, but we see
He's got no eyebrows, Kevy, that's why. He's lost his eyebrows.
They had the ride at home last night in the first of the Queensland derbies for the weekend. And there's been some moments in the second one. Late offload, Randall, final seconds, Fafita chip over the top. Fafita goes forward, Chester bravely stands his ground and lock it in. The Cowboys get the 2 points. They have their second win of the season. The Corley summation is right. toughness was on show from the Titans, who were dealt some pretty savage injury blows in the first half. Full time, Cowboys 24, defeating the Titans 12.